Inflation rate in Sri Lanka surged to a record 64.3% in August, the country's statistics department said on Wednesday, as the island nation battles its worst economic crisis in 70 years. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund extended its mission for one more day as discussions for an emergency loan program were still ongoing.
Sri Lanka's inflation surged to 64.3% in August after a 60.8% jump in July, the country's Census and Statistics Department said in a statement on Wednesday, as it battles the worst economic crisis since independence in 1948. Food inflation climbed 93.7% and the non-food group jumped 50.2%, causing the surge in the Colombo Consumer Price Index, CCPI, the Statistics Department said. The CCPI, released at the end of each month, acts as a lead indicator for broader national prices. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund IMF mission, which was expected to conclude on Wednesday, was extended by one more day as the discussions were still ongoing with Lankan authorities for an emergency loan program, IMF mission chief Peter Brewer said. President Ranil Wickremesinghe earlier on Tuesday announced an interim budget in a bid to win the IMF funding and said value-added tax will be increased to 15% from the current 12% starting September 1. The government also increased payout to the poor and announced farm debt write-off to aid the vulnerable sections. Protests have, however, continued over the crisis that has led to rampant inflation and shortages of essentials. Police had to resort to firing tear gas and use water cannons to disperse hundreds of university students who marched through streets of Colombo on Tuesday, demanding solutions to the economic crisis and the release of detained demonstrators. They accused the government of cracking down on protesters who helped topple the government of former President Gotabaya Rajapaksa last month. Sri Lankan lawmakers voted six-time Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe as the new president last month, hoping his long experience in government could help pull the country out of the crippling economic and political crisis.